So you say you want to be the responsible appliance owner and service your Vornado Type 633 circulator floor fan. Well, good thing you're here, because that could be a problem. So I'm going to help us out with that. First of all, the front grille is made to be a bear to take off. It has 3 screws that hold it. You see the holes there that are only visible from the back and difficult to see from there. Then once you get that off, you get the screws out, then it's got clamps that hold it. And so you have to figure out which way to pry those. Then this thing will fall off, and a bunch of dust bunnies out with it. Then you want to get the blade off. Now this design's actually pretty good. It has a round head screw on top of it and a washer under it. So you take the blade off. That's going to need washed too, naturally. This thing's caked with cigarette smoke. So we're getting close to where we can clean it up, of course, and oil it. There are front bearings there ready to get oil and anything else to stop it from binding up. Oh, but wait. There's this. Now there are cases where you can drill a hole through the back of the dumb stuff and the helicopter mom features to get oil in there, but Vornado, having been around for a really long time and used to make stuff out of metal, how dare they? Oh my gosh. But in any case, this plastic cover won't come off. You try and spin those nuts off, and there's a lock washer under there or something that spins out of there and lifts the whole thing up. It won't come off. So I have devised a method. Now I cannot recommend doing this, but I'm going to, because I hate helicopter mom stuff. I think it's retarded. I'd heard that name used before, and I've come around to accept it as being accurate. It has quite a bit more application than initially thought. I just kind of brushed it off initially. But anyway, meet Dremel tool. So now we're going to like to get in there, because those bolts won't come out, and I spent enough time fiddle farting around with it. Now I will get in there. See, the capacitor's right under there, and if you drill a hole, if you try and drill a hole to get to the bearing to oil it, you'll rip that capacitor wide open, and it won't work anymore. And then you will have to get that cover off. Anyway, don't do this at home, because, as helicopter mom would say, you might have a brain, but we have to assume that you're stupid. So here we go. I'm afraid of getting molten plastic bits splattered on my phone, or having that disc shatter and perforate my eyeballs. So I'm being extra cautious. I'm sure Vornado would be beside themselves having a hissy. They think they're clever, and they kind of are, so they should applaud cleverness. In this case, I kind of doubt that they would. I think they'd be very, very irate with me, but I've been doing this stuff for almost as long as they have, and when I find something that I consider to be planned obsolescence or some sort of gimmicky crap engineered to cause their stuff to mess up or prevent the consumer from doing due diligence to maintenance it, meaning throw it away and buy a new one. Well, by gosh, I'm gonna devise a way around it. Okay, and this plastic stuff. Wish I could get the pause button to work on this phone. I discovered while in Oregon making a bike trail video that the pause function does not work and left us with a half-assed video. I had to post it anyway because that day was the last day I was to be there, and I was pressing my luck on getting the bike back in time. We did, of course, because I'm just ultimately utterly responsible, and so I can, of course, get away with doing this kind of stunt. Here we go. I'll be sure to have an exhaust fan running using the Dremel tool, because that molten plastic doesn't really make an agreeable fragrance. I hope I'm not going on entirely just too long with this crap, but by gosh, I will not be treated like an idiot. At least not without saying something about it and devising a way around it. So I invite paranoid manufacturers, at the advice of Chicken Little and his tedious band of lawyers, to come up with dumb shit like this, so I can come up with a clever way around it and have a laugh at their expense and entertain you guys, even included in the deal. What a bargain. Alrighty, now I'm in there. Now I can access, where's my dang screwdriver? There it is. Now I can remove the capacitor, maybe. Let's see what happens. I will have results, okay? Because this stuff, pardon me, is just massively inappropriate. Okay, and I haven't made the hole really big enough to get that mug out of there. And the screw just fell down in there. Oh well, since it's already fell down in there, I haven't got to worry about it falling down in there. So I can go ahead and get this POS thing out. Or I may just cut on it some more. In any event, so that this video doesn't go on until midnight next week, the bearing is down there. And by gosh, it will have oil. This thing didn't bind up. It wasn't running stiff. It doesn't really need oil. No doubt they would say it has oil for life bearings, which means when they dry up, its life is over. Throw it away and buy a new one because you're too stupid to fix things. Bullshit. Anyway, yeah, this mug's gonna like to work again. I'll go ahead and clean it up, all the plastic crap, put it back together. I got it out of a dumpster. But anyway, and yeah, these are like $90. I was at Lowe's today and I saw one of these, or a similar one. 70, 89, depending on what size you get. Yeah, moderately impressed. The steep pitch of the propeller blade, a little bit of anti-overload. But yeah, it basically looks like a boat propeller. And steep pitch does move more air, provided the other, like impeller, anti-overload, and propeller aspects are right, and the venturi ring is the right depth. Anyway, blah blah blah, so on and so on. That's about as much time as I think about it. I'm up to 8 minutes 30 seconds now. Alrighty, Contraband Fan over and out. I may make a brief video of this when it's done, or I might even, Lord willing, figure out how to get the pause feature to work, so I can explain what I'm doing when it's a tedious procedure. Hit the pause, complete the procedure, and come back showing results without taking 2 hours and 90 minutes. Okay, so then that's that. This thing's getting fixed, or I'm going to drop kick it into the nearest dumpster after I take out the parts I want, of course. Thank you so much for watching. Contraband Fan, ever on the job and back in Indianapolis. Safe flight. Got to watch an episode of Game of Thrones on the plane. That was cool. Brought my own snacks because airlines are skimping on that nowadays. But anyway, that's another entirely different video subject and outside the purview of Contraband Fans. But if I decide to, I'll talk about it anyway because I can. Alrighty. It's at 10 minutes now. Short 15 seconds. So, bye for now. Thank you for watching.